your dreams trying to tell you something? Author M.B. Mosley teaches you how to decode your dreams and take hold of the manifestations that lay in wait for you in the waking realm. Now, broadcasting all over the world, it's the Dream Interpretation Podcast.
Welcome, family. Please be reminded that all dreams are not a one-size-fits-all, and that each dream may be similar, but is contingent upon each individual's waking life. I conduct dream interpretations based upon my waking life as it pertains to my journey here on earth. As for the requests that are emailed to me, I do a general interpretation as I do not know the individual's spiritual and personal waking life. I am so excited. Welcome to Zip Baby Zip. Zip Baby Zip. That's DZIP, the Dream Zone Interpretation Podcast. Share this podcast with your loved ones, guys. I'm so excited to continually teach you all on how to do dream interpretations. I want to hear about it. You can email me at askmemory2019@gmail.com. And we are also dropping new episodes every other Wednesdays as we acclimate into this podcast. And the further out we go in the podcast, we're hoping to drop more episodes, and we're hoping to hear from your requests as well. I'm excited for that. So let's get right into it, folks. Drum roll, please. Grab your pens and paper, and 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, family. I'm so excited to be here once again. To say that I missed you is an understatement, but I did. And he was his fam. So this week, what I'm excited to do today, this week, what we have before us, grab your pens and papers. I already said that. So hope that your week is going well so far, and that all the blessings are flowing through you so far. And so I had an individual reach out to me via my Facebook, and my Facebook page, don't laugh at me, but it should be Memory Benguessa Mosley. That's my Facebook page. So I had an individual, after I uploaded some of these episodes on there, I had an individual reach out to me. So I thought it would be kind of cool to go over their request. And it wasn't, I hate to say request, but I mean, they reached out to me. It seemed like they wanted help with the interpretation of a dream, a reoccurring dream that they've been having. So that's what we are going to do today. So what I'm going to do, just so that we get a backstory, right? You all, I like to do, I'm a queen of disclaimers, and I don't know this individual from Adam. They sent me this question about their dream. So I'm going to break down the layers and then also give you usually it's easier when I do it with my dreams, because then I like to remember, we want to do what the vibe was when we woke up and what the energy looks like, and it's always easier for me to know where I am spiritually in those moments and what I did before I went to bed and so forth. However, this person's dream was a reoccurring dream. And so, let me take my pen and paper here, guys. Just thought about something. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm going to read to you I'm reading to you what they wrote to me, but I'm going to, when I say parenthesis, I'm letting you know when I sent back this Facebook post to them, I was putting parentheses in words that I thought I was catching as I was breaking this dream down. So this individual wrote, I have had several dreams. So let me just read. Let me read the whole entire thing, and then I'll go back to our breaking down. Let's go. I have had several dreams where I have caught so much fish. Okay. Now understand, I'm reading to you the raw message on my Facebook. This is not me. They're raw Facebook post. Okay. So any grammatical errors and so forth, I'm just reading what they wrote so that we keep this going as well. I have had several dreams where I have caught so much fish, both small and bigger. Please help me how to interpret, and the meaning, also the message behind it. Thank you so very, very much for your advice. Greetings and salutations, friend. So you guys already caught on to me, right? So English is my second language. And I could say interpretation with the quickness. Y'all will never catch that. But when I have to say interpret, oh, I get all discombobulated. Let's do it. Interpret. Interpret. Interpretation, no problema. Interpret, whatever. You get the flow. Okay. I'm doing good considering it's my second language. Now let's go. All right, so they've had several dreams where they have caught so much fish, both so small and bigger. Please help me how to, do the interpretation and the meaning, also the message behind it. That's what it says. Thank you so very much for your advice. Greetings and salutations, friend. Sorry to reread that. All right, so I responded, not diving too deep. I wanted to make sure I shared with you the potential meaning of the dream above. Remember that dreams are specific to where you are in life, and only you may know your journey. With that said, biblically, Jesus said he will make you fishers of men. And I put Matthew 4:19. Could it be possible that you are in preparations to harvest souls for the kingdom? And family, if because we have so many people from so many backgrounds, right? And sometimes not necessarily insinuating just harvesting souls for the kingdom. Maybe you are a person that pulls in crowds. Maybe you're going to be a speaker. Maybe you're going to be a motivational uh, person, right? We've already say speaker, but maybe somebody that pulls in people by the masses. That could probably be the gift as well, okay? So don't get deterred when you hear me referencing Matthew 4:19. You're the one if you are a person that's having a reoccurring dream similar to this with lots of fish, big and small, then in your waking life, let's say Christianity is not your journey, then you could also look at your journey and maybe you're being called to be a guru. Maybe you're being called to be that motivational speaker. Maybe there's a position within this dream that's calling you to be a person among a lot of people, if that makes sense. I'm about to break it down. I'm about to jump ahead of myself. So I went back in and I plugged into the message where I put the quotes now, because they said I have had several dreams, so I put quotes in several dreams. And it says where I have caught, I put parentheses on where I have caught. And then I put parentheses in so much fish, both small and bigger. All right. So, secondly, I said I want to continue breaking down the dream per the symbolic meanings. All right, so number one, I said several dreams, right? Because that's what they mentioned, several dreams. That means it's a reoccurring dream, okay? Typically, when you continue to have dreams that are similar in nature, then sometimes this may mean there is an urgency to heed the message, for the manifestation may be closer than we tend to think. So this is also going out to all of you all out there that have these reoccurring dreams. Spirit is trying to tell you something. What is it? How can you tap into that knowledge? Don't ignore that. They keep tapping into you wanting to pay attention to that, okay? That's your reoccurring dream. All right. And I wrote also meaning it is time to be in preparations for the manifestations in our waking day-to-day life. This is part of the spiritual dream world connection trying to get your attention. So I jumped ahead of the gun there. You heard exactly that. So several dreams, you have several dreams. The spiritual realm, spiritual dream world is trying to make a connection to you as an individual, as events that are about to manifest in your life, probably cautioning you and or calling out for you to heed for preparations and or to pay attention, right? All right, let us go forward. So, and I said, okay, so I'm breaking down his dreams. So number one was several dreams, aka reoccurring dreams. All right, so number two, I responded from his words where he says, I have caught So you have, and this is what I responded. You have been the one to catch the fish, right? Fish in different cultures represents different things. However, what is evident is the phrase to dream that you were catching can mean you were getting or attracting something, guys. So remember, he said this individual from his avatar, it was a man. He said that he in his dream he's been having several dreams of catching, right? So catching is that action, and like I stated, in different cultures it represents different things. Let me see here if I wrote that down because I want to go back to this because it definitely okay. Let me finish and then let me write that so I can remember number two to go back to number two. Okay. So when he dreamt that he has been catching, he's been the one physically catching. You have been the one to catch the fish. The fish in different cultures represents different things. However, what is evident is the phrase to dream that you were catching can mean you were getting or attaining something. All right, let's dig down deep into number three. Un, dos, tres. All right. So in my response back to the individual on number three, when I paraphrase his writing, and he stated that it's so much fish, both small and bigger. And obviously, we know they probably intended to say it's a lot of fish, bigger and small fish. That's what they're dreaming of. That's coming. So, and I wrote, the fish may mean that there is an abundance because it's catching a lot, big and small, or the harvest is plenty. Remember the parable of the 5 loaves and 2 fishes? Hey, that's what it says in the Bible, okay? I know fishes has got no plural. Remember the parable of the 5 loaves and let's just say 2 fish. Let's just be accurate here. Remember I'm just saying that's what it said. But remember the parable of the 5 loaves and 2 fish that fed the masses. Fish in our dreams can also mean fertility, not physical fertility, but supernatural fertility. Something growing inside of you in the supernatural that is about to take course in the physical and in the abundance. Let me expound on that. And once again, I definitely always want to be respectful of all the different backgrounds that we have listening to this podcast. And understand that, once again, I reference the parable of the 5 loaves and 2 fish, which fed the masses, as a powerful reference, right? And once again, if this is not a belief of yours, you could take, if you're having such a dream, take your spiritual journey, take yourself where you are in that moment, and open your eyes, your spiritual eyes, to see what are the masses, going back to the several dreams, right? And or going back to I have caught, which is drawing in the masses, right? So you can always put that within whatever spiritual path you are walking, okay? Catching his dream of his dream of small and big fish in a general sense across the board, regardless of background, is pertaining to abundance. There's abundance. Most cultures, fishing is a very lucrative business as well. So could it be that there is abundance financially coming your way? You're the person that knows where you are. Because I could be really talking to an individual right now that's having a similar dream of dreaming of a lot of fishes and real fishes. I said, girl, fish. That could be dreaming of a lot of fish, and perhaps you have a business proposal. Perhaps you have a patent, right? So this could also mean, depending where you are with your spiritual walk, if you're dreaming of plenty of fish or fish by the numbers, big and small, it's definitely representing on the surface abundance. Okay, the harvest is plenty, whatever it is. Maybe you make things with your hands. Maybe you're going to receive plenty of orders. Abundance, 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 abundance in your waking life. Abundance in your waking life. All right, and what I said also mean fertility, not fish. Remember that some cultures view fish as a fertility thing. And I know some cultures, they believe if they dream of fish that they somebody in their family member that's pregnant. And also some cultures, they view it as fertility, but that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody may be pregnant. Like I said, you all know your backgrounds and your cultures and your beliefs. So sometimes it doesn't necessarily just mean it's a physical fertility. But supernatural fertility, once again, you're birthing something that's going to have abundance or either draw in the masses, whatever it is. And masses doesn't necessarily always mean people too. I did say at the top of the hour, maybe perhaps you might be a guru or motivational speaker or something, or that person that attracts crowds. But remember, also pulling in masses could be masses of all kinds of things. Okay, for the positive, all kinds of things could be masses there. So take heed to that dream, family. And I said I wanted to go back to number 2, where this individual stated, I have caught, you have been, I said, the one to catch fish, different cultures. All right, and I just wanted to highlight, because we're talking of cultural backgrounds and beliefs. Remember, it is important when you're doing these dream interpretations, is you're the only person that has the self-awareness of what your culture, your beliefs are, and what guides you as an individual and or your spirit man. So I wanted to get back to number 2, because number 2 is I have caught from his statement, which we did break down, where we said you have been the one to catch the fish. Fish in different cultures represents different things. So in different cultures, fish, once again, could mean plentiful, and you have to dig deep in your culture to see what it may pertain. Because I know of cultures where it's considered, well, I don't want to get too deep with that in. All right, we're not ready for that class yet. Okay. All right, we're gonna take baby steps as we go forward. And there's some cultures that value fish. They're not saying they put fish on a pedestal, but perhaps seeing a fish is a sign of the gods. Perhaps seeing a fish is a sign of a deity, and so forth. If you understand what I'm saying, so understand that it's important for you to dig deep into your cultural beliefs to make your dream interpretations, because each and every person has a different cultural background and or belief. Some people within that same measurement of the cultures is also incorporating the ancestors. So understand that as well. And as I'll take baby steps, because what I was about to say is just jumping ahead off our baby steps of unpacking these dreams. But as the podcast goes on, we are going to keep going and growing in the deeper dreams. And I can't wait for like apocalypse, post-apocalyptic dreams and apocalypse dreams. Those freak me out. Had those a couple of times and all kinds of stuff. I cannot wait for those. But we're going to take baby steps, guys. So I did state in the closing of this response to this individual, after vaguely breaking down the dream, could it be that there is an urgency to heed to the messages from the spiritual realm that are trying to convey that something fertile is growing within you in the supernatural realm that is destined to be attained through an abundant manifestation as it pertains to your waking day-to-day life? So that was my conclusion to this fellow. After you remember, if you're doing your own interpretation, you wake up, you write it down, you feel your vibe, you feel nervous, scared, excited, confused, and then you go into breaking it down, just like I did, but finding the keywords within your written work or your remembrance of your dream, just like I did for this guy. Several dreams I have caught so much fish, both small and bigger. Those are my breaking down points. And once we break them down, then you put it in a little paragraph like I did at the end there, or just a question mark like I did at the end, because I do not know this fellow's spiritual life, or his waking life, and or the beliefs around him, and or what he's eating before he goes to bed, or how he's living his life, All those elements definitely do play into part, but I could almost confidently tell you that when you're having these recurring dreams, chances are it's not that you're eating a big old triple stacked cheeseburger before you go to sleep all the time. I hope that's not the case, right? To keep having these recurring dreams, chances are it's definitely a message wanting to come through. Family, I love you all so much. I am humbled. I am humbled. I am humbled. I am very humbled. And like I said, we are dropping new episodes every other Wednesday for now. Perhaps look out for a bonus new episode being snuck in there on a every other Wednesday and following Wednesday kind of deal. All right. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Share this podcast. Share the podcast. Share the podcast. And stay blessed. For God speaks in one way and or in two, though man does not perceive it. He speaks in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falls on men while they slumber on their beds. Happy dreaming.